I have lost 17 pounds at 62 years old. And I need to tell you something. What's actually working is probably not what you think it is. In fact, it's the complete opposite of what I did for 45 years. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Karen. I'm 62, and for most of my life, I starved and deprived myself of the foods that I loved because I thought that eating low fat and no fat was the best for me. I was stuck in this same cycle. You know the one? You're frustrated, you start over every Monday, you don't know why, you just can't stop binge eating, thinking about food. I'd cut the fat, cut everything I actually enjoyed eating. I'd lose 5 pounds, then I'd lose 10, then I'd be back down to 140 pounds and I'd be super happy and excited. And then it'd start slowly creeping back on. For years, I thought, well, there's something wrong with me. That's just the way it's gonna be, Karen. But what I'm doing now is totally different. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, and I'm not walking around starving myself to death all day. And the mood swings, cranky. When I was, hangry, I think they made that because of me. Today, I'm going to share the 3 things that actually made the difference in my life. Because if you're over 60, this may actually help you. So the first thing that changed was I stopped treating dinner like a project. For years, I thought eating healthy meant spending hours in the kitchen, preparing those right meals for my family, prepping, measuring, washing the dishes, and I was exhausted. But that always lasted about 3 days before I gave up. Now, I drop everything in my crock pot in the morning, and then dinner's done when I get home. My crock pot chicken thigh recipe here, which is one of my most popular, literally started my change in my thinking. I'll link it up here. It has been made by thousands of people, and it's probably one of the easiest things that I make. Chicken, seasoning, a little broth, and the crock pot does the rest. It's that easy. Here's the secret nobody talks about. When dinner is easy and tastes good, you don't order out, you don't have to go pick something up from the takeout. At 6 o'clock, dinner's ready, and you can eat a good, satisfying meal. That right there, that's the whole game. Make it simple for us. Number 2. Now this took me years to figure out, and I think it's the mistake most women over 60 are making. The second thing, I quit eating diet food. I know, sounds backwards, right? But I spent so many years depriving myself, eating low-fat yogurt, SnackWell cookie, lean cuisines, reduced fat whatever, and I was starving, and none of it tasted good. So I'd eat the good food, and I'd still be thinking, I'm starving, I'm hungry, I want something, and then I'd start binging. I'd go find the real thing I wanted in the first place and binge. Now I eat actual food, real food, whole food, good food, delicious food actually, delicious food. Butter, real red meat, ribs, chicken, full fat cream, full fat sour cream, full fat cheese, candy, treats, just made differently. Not what they told me I was supposed to like, but what I actually like. And here's what nobody tells you. When food tastes good, you're actually satisfied. You don't binge, and you don't feel deprived, and you aren't looking for something. That was the trap I was in for decades. Real food broke it. I am food freedom now. I'm not counting points, I'm not counting macros. Yeah, I actually, if you watch videos from a month ago when I was in Mexico, I'm not even counting macros anymore. Done with that too. It's like, I don't have my food scale out. I'm not weighing stuff. I'm not eating 1 pack and counting and keeping track. Nope, none of it. I'm just eating food, real food that I actually enjoy. But I do keep carbs lower because that's what's working for me. The fat is melting off. If you've been surviving on diet food and it's not working, Maybe this will work for you too. This might be your answer. And the third thing, God, I wish I knew this one sooner. Wish someone told me this 30 years ago. Stopped letting one off meal turn into a off month. Yeah, that's my third secret. Because I used to think, well, you know what? I already blew it, so I already ate 2 Oreos, so I might as well go eat 10. Okay, then I ate 10. Then guess what? The next meal, I get back on track. I don't beat myself up anymore. I don't sit there and think, oh my gosh, I blew it, so now I'm just going to go really blow it. Nope, I just get back on. And you know why I do that? Because I'm a human being like you are. And sometimes there's bumps and curves and pivots and swerves in the road, and that's okay. And that's what I'm telling myself. It's okay, Karen. I just move on. The next meal, not Monday, not a month later, the next meal. That mind shift has probably been my biggest savior. Because I have screwed up. I have eaten stuff and then beat myself up. Yeah, I ate the desserts, but I didn't beat myself up. I just started over the next morning at breakfast. Because weight loss over 60 isn't about being perfect or telling the world that I'm perfect and that I have this, I know everything, because I don't. It's about being consistent. And you can't be consistent if every time you stumble, you can't get back up and back on track. And it sends you back to day one. Now let me show you what this actually looks like in a week, because I think it'll click. Here's my typical week. If this sounds like where you are right now, you're not alone. And you're in the right place. Because I know your pain and I know your struggle. I've lived it for 45 years. It's hard to talk about. And there's a lot of people in your life that don't understand. I get it, but I understand. I've got a full playlist of dump and go, crock pot recipes, treats that if you want something sweet, you don't beat yourself up, you just go make a low carb treat. Every single one of them is simple because I do real life. This is a real kitchen and I do real life for real people. That's why maybe my thumbnails aren't so great, because I'm doing the best that I can out here with everything. And if you're new, hit subscribe. I'd love to have you along for the journey. I do post recipes every week. I try to be creative as I can and find things that you guys like. But I'd love to hear in the comments if there's things that you want me to try to do low carb. I'd love that. I'd actually love more engagement. I'd love it. Truly, sometimes I feel like I'm alone, talking to myself when I know I'm really talking to you. And I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.